Alright guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing very well. Now I want to give a working example why you might want to use something like a vector pass inside of Cycles or the Eevee. And the reason for this is when I was doing the key shots for the game, you would have the car, but you don't necessarily want to render it with motion blur, but obviously you want to show that it's in motion. So something like a vector pass comes in incredibly handy. So what I've done here is I've just quickly keyframed the car and it moves from frame 0 to 10. If I actually enable motion blur inside of the render properties and I hit F12 here, it's flying, it's absolutely flying. So this isn't ideal. So what we can do is we can actually take motion blur off. Now when I go to render this, it'll just look static, it won't look like it's moving at all. So this is with the view layer properties. If we go here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to enable the Z depth and I'm going to enable the vector. And I'll explain this in a second. So if we hit F12 now when you render the Z depth you won't see anything because it's not normalized, it'll just look completely white. And when you look at the actual vector pass, let me just quickly jump into view layers here, it'll just be black. But most of the data is stored inside of this. So what we can do is we can go to the Compositing tab here. Now it doesn't necessarily need to be Blender's Compositor, Photoshop, After Effects, whatever you use. And I'll enable use nodes and we'll get the render layers on the left and we'll get the composite on the right, and you'll notice that we now have the depth and we now have the vector attached. So I can use something like a vector node or a vector blur, and I can actually take the vector and put this into the speed, and I'll put this image into the image. Now we need a viewer node to see what's going on, so let's quickly drop down a viewer and let's plug the final output into the image, and you'll notice that we now have motion blur even though we never rendered the scene with motion blur on. Now it's not always going to be perfect, but if you render out the Z depth it kind of helps a little bit, so you'll notice that we get a little bit more accurate. But it means we can finesse this, we can spank this right up, so if you want a lot of motion you can do that. That's pretty much why you would use something like a vector pass. It's pretty easy. It does come in handy. It's not always perfect, but you can notice that you're getting this outline, but you can start to composite this on top, or you can multiply the layer or whatever you need to do. And that's pretty much it. If you get any questions, if I've made an arse of this, please leave a comment down below. Anyway, take care.